Hello fellow gardeners, and welcome back to Smart Garden. If you're watching this video, you're probably like me, always looking for ways to make your garden thrive without breaking the bank or relying on harsh chemicals. Today, I'm going to share something truly remarkable with you. What if I told you that 3 everyday kitchen items you're probably tossing in the trash right now could transform your soil into a worm paradise practically overnight? This isn't just about saving money, it's about unlocking a natural gardening secret that commercial fertilizer companies don't want you to know about. The magic behind this zero-cost mixture lies in understanding what earthworms truly love. These incredible soil engineers aren't just randomly crawling through your garden, they're actively seeking out specific nutrients and microbial activity. When you combine banana peels, rice, rinse water, and bread water, you're creating what I call a worm magnet. Each ingredient plays a crucial role in triggering an immediate response from these beneficial creatures. Banana peels are packed with potassium, phosphorus, and calcium, making them soft, digestible, and honestly irresistible to worms. The natural sugars in banana peels break down quickly, especially when chopped into smaller pieces, releasing nutrients that worms can detect from surprisingly far distances through the soil. Rice rinse water is often overlooked, but it's genuinely liquid gold for your garden. When you rinse raw rice before cooking, you're creating a starchy solution loaded with nitrogen, potassium, and beneficial bacteria. This cloudy water doesn't just add moisture to your soil, it jump-starts microbial activity that worms find absolutely irresistible. The microbes begin breaking down organic matter immediately, creating the perfect feeding environment that draws worms like moths to a flame. Meanwhile, bread water or soaked stale bread acts as a carbon-rich material that balances out the nitrogen from the banana peels. When bread begins to decompose, it develops natural yeasts and beneficial fungi that further enhance the microbial feast happening in your soil. The fermentation process is where the real transformation happens. Start by chopping 3 to 4 banana peels into small pieces. The smaller, the better. Place them in a clean glass jar or plastic container, leaving about 20% of the space empty at the top for gas expansion. Next, prepare your rice water by rinsing 1 cup of raw rice with about 3 cups of water, swishing it around until the water becomes milky and cloudy. Pour this rice water directly over your banana peels. If you have stale bread available, tear 1 or 2 slices into small pieces and soak them separately in plain water for about 30 minutes before adding them to your mixture. Here's where patience becomes your virtue. Add enough dechlorinated water to ensure all organic materials are completely submerged. If you're using tap water, let it sit out overnight to allow chlorine to evaporate, or use rainwater or distilled water instead. For faster fermentation, you can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of brown sugar or molasses, which feeds the beneficial bacteria and speeds up the enzymatic breakdown. Seal your container loosely and place it in a cool, dark location away from direct sunlight. Over the next week, magic happens inside that container as beneficial microorganisms multiply exponentially, breaking down the organic materials and creating a nutrient-rich bioenzyme solution. During the first 10 days, open your container daily to release built-up gases. You'll hear a satisfying fizz as carbon dioxide escapes. This gas release is evidence that fermentation is working. The mixture should develop a slightly tangy, sour smell similar to sourdough starter. If it smells putrid or rotten, something went wrong, likely due to contamination or insufficient sugar content. After 7 to 14 days, depending on temperature, your elixir is ready. Strain out the solid pieces using cheesecloth or a fine mesh strainer, and you'll be left with a concentrated amber-colored liquid that's absolutely teeming with beneficial microbes. The reason this mixture works so quickly to attract worms comes down to microbial chemistry. Earthworms don't actually eat the organic matter directly, they consume the microorganisms that colonize decomposing materials. When you apply this fermented elixir to your soil, you're essentially creating an instant buffet of bacterial and fungal activity. Worms can sense these microbial hotspots through chemoreception, detecting the carbon dioxide and other metabolic byproducts released during decomposition. Within hours of application, worms begin migrating toward these nutrient-dense zones. While a single night might be optimistic for massive worm congregation, you'll absolutely notice increased worm activity within 24 to 48 hours, especially if your soil already has a healthy worm population. Dilution is critical when using your homemade bioenzyme. Never apply it full strength, as the concentrated solution can be too acidic for direct plant contact. Mix 1 part elixir with 5 to 10 parts water, creating a diluted solution that's gentle, yet effective. For soil drenching, pour this mixture directly around the base of your plants, saturating the root zone thoroughly. The moisture, nutrients, and microbial activity will penetrate deep into the soil, attracting worms from surrounding areas. For best results, apply this treatment in the evening when soil temperatures are cooler and worms are more active near the surface. You can also use this elixir as a foliar spray by increasing the dilution ratio to 1 part elixir to 15 parts water. Spray it directly onto plant leaves early in the morning or late in the evening to boost nutrient absorption through leaf stomata. As a compost activator, add undiluted or lightly diluted elixir to your compost pile to accelerate decomposition and attract worms to help process organic materials faster. To maximize worm attraction in garden beds, bury small amounts of the leftover solid materials from your fermentation process directly in the soil. Dig shallow trenches, place the chopped banana peels and bread pieces inside, and cover them with soil. This creates concentrated feeding zones that worms will discover and inhabit within hours. Temperature and moisture are the 2 most important factors for worm activity. Earthworms thrive in temperatures between 55 and 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and they need consistent moisture to breathe through their skin. When applying your elixir, ensure the surrounding soil is already adequately moist, but not waterlogged. If you're experiencing slow worm response, check your soil temperature and moisture levels first. In hot summer months, apply your mixture during the coolest part of the day and water thoroughly afterward. During winter, worms become less active but will still respond to this treatment if soil temperatures remain above freezing. Store your strained bioenzyme concentrate in a sealed container in a cool, dark place where it will remain viable for up to 3 months. The beneficial microbes enter a dormant state when refrigerated, reactivating when warmed and diluted. Apply this elixir every 2 to 4 weeks throughout the growing season for sustained worm activity and improved soil structure. As earthworm populations increase in your garden, you'll notice improved drainage, better nutrient cycling, and healthier, more vigorous plant growth. The worm castings produced by these beneficial creatures are worth their weight in gold. They're nature's perfect slow-release fertilizer. Your journey to a thriving, worm-rich garden starts right now with ingredients already in your kitchen. Stop throwing away these valuable resources and start transforming them into the ultimate soil amendment. Try this zero-cost worm attractant and watch as your garden soil comes alive with beneficial earthworm activity. Subscribe to Smart Garden for more practical, money-saving gardening tips, and don't forget to share this video with fellow gardeners who want to work smarter, not harder. Drop a comment below telling us about your results. We love hearing your success stories. Happy gardening, everyone!